Hi, everyone, and welcome into Kelberman's Corner. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me, as always, is Zach Kelberman. Zach, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, Kim. Minicamp is in the books now. We have a 6-week break. The Broncos do, not us. We're always going to be on here every single day, every single weekend, doing KK, doing podcasts. But they have a 6-week break between minicamp and training camp, and I want to go over. I'm feeling really good right now. Stock up, stock down for the Broncos. 5 up and 5 down heading into training camp. So I'm excited.
Good stuff. Yeah, I am very excited. And the Broncos had a nice little field day this week, you know. Vic Fangio went ahead and...
Don't talk about that. You're going to ruffle so many feathers in Broncos country, Kim. They are so mad about a field day.
I was so excited for them. I was like, yes, finally, let these
I love
guys
field
get
day
out
when
there.
I was a kid.
All right, moving on. Okay, stock report. So, stock up. Who's on top here, Zach? Come on. Who do we got?
All I want to do is talk about orange popsicles, Kim, and sack races with the little egg on the spoon. I was so good at that.
Tank. Don't forget about the dunk tank.
We're going to have that at the Mile High Huddle meetup in week 3. We're going to have a dunk tank for me, so wait on that. Anyway, stock up. Starting, I'm going to be fair here. Might surprise you, Kim. Teddy Bridgewater. He looked good in minicamp. The quarterbacks both look good in minicamp. He's throwing a very catchable ball, and he's showing tremendous continuity and chemistry with Jerry Jeudy so far. So in the event that Teddy Bridgewater gets the starting job, which I don't think is going to happen, at least we know we have more confidence that they're going to have some sort of immediate connection. Jerry Jeudy, his number one receiver. And by the way, if Teddy Bridgewater did start, he still has Courtland Sutton around him, Noah Fant around him, KJ Hamler around him. But the Jerry Jeudy, Teddy Bridgewater connection is palpable. Pat Shurmur used the word quick when it came to Teddy B about 5 or 6 times in his press conference. He gets it. He's saying all the right things right now. He's doing all the right things right now. He is being everything you want in a potential bridge quarterback, no pun intended, or a top shelf backup. He's a great guy to have in the locker room right now, and I think, he impressed me a little bit in this minicamp. He looked pretty good.
Well, and that's good to hear, especially after we've heard that Drew Lock had a couple good days too. We've got some competition here, so his stock needs to be up there if he wants to kind of get level and get this competition really going here. Who you got next?
I have Drew Lock next. It's funny that you say that because, again, in the interest of fairness, Lock had arguably his best practice of the season a couple days ago, and I know he followed it up. I believe it was Tuesday, and on Wednesday, he went back to being like the Drew Lock we saw last year, the Drew Lock that a lot of people wanted to execute in a public square, tar and feather him. He's going to make these mistakes. He threw a pick 6 to Simmons on Wednesday. Those are going to happen. Teddy Bridgewater has thrown picks too, but on Tuesday, Kim, my God, 3 touchdown passes, not even a ball hit the ground. He was in charge, and teammates and coaches were raving about him. I want to caution, I'm not going to be a hypocrite because on the Huddle Up podcast, I'm sure you watch Kim, as many people do. I've been saying, don't put emphasis in these practices, good or bad. And when Locke threw 3 picks, I was up here saying this. Locke threw 3 touchdowns. I'm up here saying this. We can't put too much weight in it, but just the transformative traits that we've seen from Locke. He's standing different. He's treating the media different. His arm angle is changing. His platforms are changing. These are what you want to see in the organized team activities, off-season practices. It's not about winning and losing. It's not about keeping score. It's not about team Drew versus team Teddy. It's about how Locke is getting better as a quarterback going into training camp, going into the preseason, going into the regular season. And the same thing applies to Teddy Bridgewater. He's only been with the Broncos for a couple months now, arrived the night before the draft, but in this time with Pat Shurmur, with this offense, he's looking pretty good. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You don't have to be in one camp or the other. If you want the Broncos to succeed, the Denver Broncos, not the Denver Bridgewaters, not the Denver Locks, the Denver Broncos, if you want to see them do well, then you should be encouraged that both quarterbacks happen to look good going into training camp.